You've been lied to by nature shows, cartoons, and maybe even your school teacher. From bulls charging red to goldfish forgetting your face in 3 seconds. These are 25 animal myths that people still believe, but are completely wrong. Stick around because some of these will blow your mind, especially number 3. We've all seen the images: a matador, cape swirling, a snorting bull charging blindly towards the crimson fabric. It's a powerful image, one that has cemented the idea that bulls are enraged by the color red. Bulls, you see, are dichromats. They simply cannot perceive the color red. What triggers their charge is not the color of the cape, but its movement. The matador's flamboyant display is what attracts the bull's attention, provoking its aggression. Ah, the goldfish, that ubiquitous denizen of the fishbowl, forever swimming in circles, forever doomed, we think, to a pitifully short memory span. 3 seconds, they say, a fleeting moment, and then, poof, all is forgotten. Studies have shown that goldfish can remember things for months. They can be trained to recognize their owners, to navigate mazes, and even to perform simple tricks. So the next time you peer into that fishbowl, remember this: that goldfish watching you, it probably remembers you too. For generations we've been warned, touch a baby bird, and its mother will abandon it, repulsed by the alien scent of human touch. The truth is, most birds have a very poor sense of smell. They rely on sight and sound to identify their young, not scent. So if you find a hatchling outside its nest, fear not. You can safely return it to its nest or contact a wildlife rehabilitator. The image is etched into our collective memory. Hordes of lemmings, driven by some unseen force, marching blindly to their deaths, flinging themselves off cliffs and into the sea. This dramatic spectacle, popularized by the 1958 Disney documentary White Wilderness, is sadly a complete fabrication. While lemmings do migrate in large numbers, sometimes encountering perilous obstacles, they are not driven by some suicidal urge. Ah, the ostrich, that comical bird with its long legs and even longer neck, forever burying its head in the sand at the first sign of danger. Ostriches do not bury their heads in the sand. When threatened, an ostrich will instinctively crouch low to the ground, tucking its head and neck in an attempt to blend in with the savanna. The camel, that ship of the desert traversing vast, arid landscapes with remarkable endurance. Camel humps are not water storage tanks but rather repositories of fat. This fat serves as a source of energy and insulation, allowing the camel to withstand extreme temperatures and prolonged periods without food. Sharks, not immune to cancer's grip. The myth of the cancer-proof shark took root in the 1990s, fueled by the misguided belief that shark cartilage held the key to curing this dreaded disease. Sadly, this is simply not true. Sharks, like all other creatures, are susceptible to cancer. This myth not only misled the public but also had devastating consequences for shark populations, as demand for shark cartilage led to increased fishing pressure. Maternal Instincts Spider Edition. The image of the black widow spider, devouring her mate after a romantic interlude, has cemented the arachnid world's reputation for cold-blooded cannibalism. While it is true that some spider species do engage in sexual cannibalism, it's far from the norm. Many spider mothers are fiercely protective of their young. Elephant versus mouse. A battle of perception. The image of a mighty elephant cowering in fear at the sight of a tiny mouse is a comedic staple, a classic David and Goliath scenario. While there's no scientific evidence to support the claim that elephants are inherently afraid of mice, a small, darting creature like a mouse could certainly startle an elephant. From childhood, we're taught to avoid touching toads and frogs lest we end up with unsightly warts. This belief, while widespread, is entirely unfounded. Warts are caused by a virus, the human papillomavirus, not by contact with amphibians. However, it's always a good idea to wash your hands after handling any wildlife, simply as a matter of hygiene. The chameleon, that master of disguise, changing its skin color to blend seamlessly with its surroundings. These reptiles use their remarkable color-changing abilities to communicate with each other, signaling mood, intent, and even social status. Temperature regulation is another factor, with darker colors absorbing more heat. The sloth, that slow-moving denizen of the rainforest canopy, has become synonymous with laziness. But to call a sloth lazy is to misunderstand its unique evolutionary strategy. Sloths have evolved to conserve energy, moving slowly and deliberately to avoid expending precious calories. Their slow metabolism and low body temperature allow them to survive on a diet of leaves, a food source that provides very little energy. The porcupine, with its coat of barbed quills, is a formidable creature. Legend has it that these quills are launched like darts, piercing any unfortunate soul who dares to come too close. This, however, is a myth. Porcupine quills are loosely attached, detaching easily upon contact. They are not projectiles, but rather a passive defense mechanism. The daddy longlegs, with its spindly legs and delicate frame, has long been shrouded in myth and misconception. Some claim it's the most venomous spider in the world, its bite deadly but for its inability to pierce human skin. This, I can assure you, is utter nonsense. Firstly, daddy longlegs aren't spiders at all, but rather harvestmen, a distinct order of arachnids. Secondly, they possess no venom glands whatsoever. The saying blind as a bat is a testament to the enduring myth that bats are blind. While it is true that many bat species rely on echolocation to navigate and hunt in darkness, this does not mean they are blind. In fact, bats have excellent night vision, some species even surpassing humans in their ability to see in dim light. For years we believed that our canine companions experience the world in monochrome, seeing only shades of gray. While it's true that dogs don't see the world in the same vibrant colors that we do, their vision is not limited to black and white. Dogs have dichromatic vision, meaning they see two primary colors, blue and yellow. Penguins, those adorable birds of the southern hemisphere, have captured our hearts with their waddling gait and seemingly monogamous relationships. While it is true that some penguin species do form strong pair bonds, lasting for several breeding seasons, penguin infidelity is not unheard of. Factors such as nesting site availability and mate choice can influence their fidelity. The image of a lone wolf silhouetted against a full moon howling mournfully into the night is a powerful one. In reality, wolves howl for a variety of reasons, none of which involve serenading the celestial bodies. Howling is a crucial form of communication for wolves, allowing them to maintain contact with pack members, defend their territory, and coordinate hunts. The koala, with its cuddly appearance and penchant for eucalyptus leaves, is often mistakenly referred to as a koala bear. While it's easy to see why people might make this mistake, koalas are not bears at all. They belong to a distinct order of mammals known as marsupials, which are characterized by their pouch, where they raise their young. The owl, with its piercing gaze and nocturnal habits, has long been associated with wisdom and knowledge. While owls are undoubtedly skilled hunters, possessing exceptional eyesight and hearing, their intelligence is often overstated. In fact, when compared to other bird species, such as crows and parrots, owls rank relatively low on the avian IQ scale. The phrase crocodile tears is used to describe insincere displays of emotion, stemming from the belief that crocodiles cry while devouring their prey. While it is true that crocodiles do shed tears while eating, these tears are not a sign of remorse or sadness. Crocodile tears are a physiological response, a result of air being forced through their sinuses as they eat. Hyenas, with their cackling laughter and scavenging habits, have long been portrayed as cowardly opportunists, content to feast on the leftovers of other predators. While it is true that hyenas are skilled scavengers, they are also highly efficient hunters in their own right. Earthworm regeneration, one worm not two. The belief that cutting an earthworm in half results in two separate worms is a persistent myth, often recounted in childhood with a mixture of fascination and horror. While it is true that earthworms have some regenerative abilities, they cannot survive being cut in half. Only the head end containing the vital organs has a chance of survival. Fish feel pain. A wake-up call for ethical treatment. For years, the notion that fish feel pain was dismissed as anthropomorphism, a human projection of our own experiences onto these seemingly alien creatures. However, scientific research has shown that fish do indeed feel pain, possessing the necessary neurological structures and displaying pain-related behaviors. Chapter 25. Humans, one species among many. We humans have a tendency to place ourselves at the pinnacle of the animal kingdom, believing ourselves to be superior by virtue of our intelligence and ingenuity. While it is true that we possess unique cognitive abilities, it's important to remember that we are just one species among millions, each with its own role to play in the intricate web of life. Until next time, stay curious. There you have it, 25 myths busted. How many did you believe before watching? Drop the number in the comments. And if you know any other animal myths people still fall for, share those too. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell for more wild facts, fun nature content, and myth-busting madness every